Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome, Denver Wellness Collective, 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, VinYin, so a blend of yin yoga and vinyasa yoga. So this will be about a 45-minute-ish flow, and we're really going to focus a lot today on some active stretching so we can strengthen. So moving into Pitta season in Ayurveda, principle of fire and water. This is a great time of year to be really transformational. So doing the work that maybe we've been putting off or pushing to the side, allowing ourselves to really focus on challenge and discipline and strength, but doing it safely, methodically, and ensuring that we're building enough energetic resources mentally, physically, and emotionally. So still continuing to ease our way into Pitta season over the next few weeks. So this whole week, we're moving with intention. So today we're doing a VinYin flow. If you join me tomorrow on my personal IG, I'm teaching a 30-minute yoga boost class. It's going to be a lot of cardio, dynamic movement, really get us sweating, detoxifying. And then Thursday we'll move into our Forever Young flow at 1:30 at Denver Wellness Collective, where we blend yoga and some interesting movements and techniques that help keep us thriving with vitality. So that's our intention for the week. So for our practice this morning, we will get started, or whatever time of day it is that you are joining me, we will get started in a Pentacle Pose on your mat. If you have a pillow, a bolster, a block, I would like to encourage you to use that in the opening practice today, just so that we can instill a little bit more restoration into our bodies. You may notice that as you're moving right now, especially with indoor yoga, that you're sweating quicker, you're warming up faster, because we're going to start holding more of that fire energy in our body, and it's quick to transform us. So we want to amplify and use that to our advantage rather than burn it out so quickly that we exhaust ourselves and then don't have enough energy to last the whole day, because it's all about moving towards the energy of the sun. So we're going to start in Pentacle Pose to embrace that energy of opening up to the sun. Go ahead and lie on your mat. If you have your props, we'll bring those in and I'll show you what that might look like. So I have a couple props here, the larger bolster and a smaller bolster, so I'm going to use both. Again, if you don't have the bolsters or the pillows, that's okay. You can just splay out on your mat and enjoy Pentacle Pose right on the earth. Bigger bolster is going to go underneath the knees. Smaller bolster or rolled up towel or pillow is going to go right behind the heart, right up hugging under the underarms. So bigger bolster or pillow under knees. And we have our smaller towel roll or bolster underneath the chest. So you want that top edge to be right at your shoulders, underarms, and you can tee out the arms. So it's a nice big opening for the front line, for the chest. Close your eyes here, and I'm going to be seated so I can make sure my voice is projecting. So as you're settling into Pentacle, open the arms out wider, even T-shape the arms perhaps, or you can goalpost the arms. And then open the legs a little bit wider too. Let your toes roll out to the sides, almost like you had ankle weights on. And just feel yourself sink into the earth for just a moment. Let go of everything, drop in, and just be open to the evolution of your practice, your mind-body connection today. Take a moment as you're feeling a little gentle lift at the front line body. If you don't have props, if you do have props, you're going to feel a more obvious lift. And bring in some prana. We're wearing our face masks right now, and in the tradition of Ayurveda or the Vedic lifestyle, this is not necessarily ideal for vital health, and it does have some side effects that affect our rhythm of our body. So our ability to breathe, to filter out toxins, carbon monoxide, to reoxygenate the body, and that affects the whole cardiovascular system. So it's not to create fear, it's just to create awareness that when we're in our yoga practice right now, we remove our face masks. This is your time to truly catch your breath. I'm going to talk a lot about that this week. So just feel that opening, inviting you to breathe in deeper. We'll take a few more moments here in Pentacle Pose. And today's VinYin is going to be kind of an ebb and flow. We're going to go up and down. So movement, pause, get into those deep stretches, into those moments of pause. Typically when I teach a VinYin, I like to build up and then slow down. So we're just going to keep this nice, steady heat throughout the practice this morning. From your Pentacle Pose, if you have a bolster or pillow underneath your knees, take your feet on top of it, and then you can just push it away off your mat. And then for the upper chest roll, just roll over to one side and slide it out from underneath you. So props to the side, come back onto your back. Stretch out once again, roll out wrists, roll out ankles. Hopefully my dog isn't blocking too much, but you should be in your body listening to my cues anyway. So roll out ankles, roll out wrists, and then stretch like you're gonna give the sun a big hug. Open up nice and wide, big breath in, big exhale. We're gonna move into Banana Asana next. So bring your legs together, ankles touch. Bring your arms up and over your head. I'm gonna stand up so you can see this. If you know Banana Asana, go ahead and arch over to the right side of your body. So either you can be like this as if I'm laying on the floor, or you can cross your palms to opposite elbows, whatever allows your shoulders to be on your back. And then arch your body up and over to the right. So it's kind of like Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, but you're on the floor, lying flat, shoulders back, back of head on the mat. And then you're gonna move your feet to the bottom right corner of your mat. Cross your right ankle on top of your left. And that's gonna hook you into that stretch. So we're opening up through the left side body quite a bit. So again, I'm standing variation, but you're on your mat lying still in your Banana Asana. Take a few more breaths. The idea here is to ease into the stretch. So filter with the breath, the opening, the awakening of the body. A little bit of heat coming in, and then exhale. Recenter, and then change Banana Asana on the other side. So midline first. Decide if you're going to keep arms up overhead or if you want to cross palms to opposite elbow. If you do, you're going to change the crossing of your arms. Yeah. And then surrender your shoulders behind your heart onto your mat. Lengthen through the back of the neck. And then take your feet towards the bottom left corner of your mat and cross your left ankle over your right. Feeling this nice opening through the right side body. Nice and easy, breathe. Take a few more moments here. And soften your jaw. Close your eyes for just one more breath in. Let your eyes sink to the back of your head. We have a lot of heat energy and fire energy in our eyes. It connects to the liver, so it's a nice way to just pacify any detoxification that could be bringing some stuff up. And then slowly release back to center. So you're in your Pentacle Pose on your mat. Stretch fingertips away from your toes. Let's go into a nice Supine Twist. So bring your right knee in towards your side body. And then roll side to side a couple times. You can bring your knee in towards your underarm, towards your belly, towards your chest. Kind of like you're stirring the pot with your hip and your glute. Bend your left knee. Shift your hips over to the right side of your mat. Re-extend your left leg, and then roll right knee across your body to the left. Supine Twist. Now you can keep your right palm down. That will settle the shoulders and the neck a little bit, or bring your hand to your hip. If you feel like you need a little bit more, reach the right arm up and then out. Palm faces up. And then let your breath again filter into your body. Inhale, we create new possibilities. And exhale, we release, we burn away what no longer serves. Inhale, we bring in what we need, we strengthen, we focus. Exhale, burn away. One more breath in. And exhale. Return to center. And let's stay on the right side. So recenter yourself onto the mat, extend your right leg back up, and then toe heel a little bit. So we want to lift the toes, tuck the toes. Lift the toes, tuck the toes. Get a nice stretch in the ankle on the top of the foot. And then walk fingertips up your leg. Grab for the back of your leg, calf or thigh. navel down towards spine, tuck tail slightly. You can keep your head and your shoulders on your mat if you'd like, or start to pull your shin towards your forehead. Breathing in, breathing out. Relax your head, your shoulders back to the mat. Relax your arms and your palms down. Now stabilize in your core. So we want to feel that your low back is flat to the mat and the little tuck of the tail. We're going to make big circles out, down, center, up. So it's like a watermelon shape. Out and around, straight back up. One more time. Out and around, straight back up. Now we're going to change, cross over to the left. You don't get as much range of motion, that's okay. Down, around, back up. So half circle, down, around, back up. Notice what's happening in your hip, your low back, your inner thighs. Let's bring both legs up for a moment, legs up the wall. Deep breath in, settle low back, settle neck, shoulders, jaw. And then we'll just change sides. So we're getting ready for a supine twist, right leg long, left knee hugs in, and then just stir the pot. Bring the knee in and out, clockwise, counterclockwise. Bend your right knee, heel to the earth so you can lift your hips and shift them over to the left, and find our supine twist. So again, left hand can rest at your hip or on the floor. You can also feel free to bring left arm up and over your head or out to the side. Out to the side is super nice if you want to open up the pec a little bit more, get some breath into the underarm, maybe trigger some of the lymph nodes to breathe a little bit more. Get a little intercostal stretch around the ribs, upper towards the underarm. So it's not always about the most obvious focal point in our poses, that there's so many other little things that can happen and ripple when we hold space for the practice. Give it one more breath in. Let breath go. Return to center. Return so that you can shift your hips. We're back to midline, and lift your left leg, tuck and curl. So we want to point the toes, tuck the toes, point the toes, tuck the toes. Nice little stretch for the ankle, front of the foot. And then walk your fingers up your leg, back of the calf or your thigh. Head can be up or down. Just feel a little stretch here. Pull navel down towards spine, a little tuck of the tail. When you tuck tail slightly, you'll feel the navel pull down to spine automatically. Slowly release, arms beside you. Let's find our half circles. I'm going to shift a little bit for more space. Good. So we'll go out, down, right back up to center. Out, down, lift up. Little core work. Nice little stretch for the legs as well. Pause. Let's change. We cross over to the right, down, lift back up. Two more. Core is going to be a continued focus through our next few months in the yoga practice. It's always a focus, but during Pitta season, it's a great time to enhance our strength and center. Both legs back up the wall for a moment here. Grab the back of your thighs, roll out ankles, circle clockwise, counterclockwise. And then windshield wiper your feet side to side. Okay. All right. Lower your feet to the mat. Moment here, just a little baby bridge. So palms down, shoulders stay down, head stays resting in the mat. Push your heels down into the mat and tuck the tail just a little bit. Just gonna get a baby bridge. Lift the thighs, keep peeling away from the mat, drawing your chest towards your chin. Open mouth breath in, or inhale through the nose, open mouth breath out rather. One more like that. Inhale through nose, push into the heels a little bit more. Exhale, slowly release to the earth. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. We'll start to build a little more heat now. So we're going to build into the core a little more vigorously. Rock and roll a few times. Legs back up the wall. Grab the back of your right leg. So we've already felt the stretch here. Lower your left heel an inch or two from the mat. Tuck tail. A little pulse stretch. And then we change. Pulse, pulse, and switch. Pulse, pulse, and switch. It's a little Pilates movement, added leg stretch, but all core work here. Belly down to spine. If this is too much on your head and neck, you can always rest your head into the mat, and you can alternate by bending your knees instead of straightening the legs. Same thing, keep pressing low back down into the mat. Let's do just a few more. All right, legs back up the wall here for a moment, and then hug knees into chest. We'll make a V shape with our body. Extend the arms, biceps in line with ears. Push your heels out, turn your toes in, breath in, navel down. Exhale, open arms, hug everything in. Inhale, exhale. Now we start to move the legs and the arms further away. Exhale, hug everything in. As long as your low back isn't pulling off the mat, you can challenge yourself to lower the legs and arms even more. Just a few, and warming up. 2. Last one. We'll hold in the V shape. Hold in the V shape. Now arms out to a V, legs out to a V. Breathe here for 3. Pull navel down to spine. 2. And 1. Hug everything back in. Hands behind the nape of your knees now. And a couple rocks and rolls up to seated. Take a seated twist. Go ahead and extend your left leg out in front of you, right leg up and over. Hook your left arm in front of your right shin. Gaze is forward, head is over heart. And then, using your right arm against your right palm against your forearm, you can slowly pull the right shoulder back. Feel the right side of your belly button pulling back, and you're just moving methodically into this twist. Chin is still over your chest. And once you feel like you've got enough space, range of motion, check in, pause to center. Maybe you take your elbow and hook it outside front thigh. Reach right arm up and over. Fingertips tent into the floor behind you. And now you can really start to pull the right shoulder back. But we want the shoulders to still be level. You're twisting from belly button up, so root down into sit bones, lengthen spine, and there's the space that you can move into. I encourage you to still keep your chin over your chest rather than turning your gaze, because then we're just twisting the neck more than is needed right now. And release our twist. So let's try that on the other side. Left leg up and over. Stay centered at first. Hook right arm to shin. Left palm will just sort of wrap around your forearm. And then we slowly pull the left shoulder back, twisting from belly button up. Chin stays over heart. Work with your breath. It's like every time you take an inhale, you just released or opened up some more space that you can exhale and move into. Maybe a hook arm. Left arm up and over. Tent your fingers behind you. Keep this twist from your torso. Drop shoulders down. Root down, rise through the crown of your head, broaden through the chest. There's our big twist. Okay. Come to center, extend your legs out wide, toes up or down. Actually, you just kind of be comfortable with what feels best with your feet. I like the toes pointed, but don't lock the knees. Let there be a little bend of the knees. And we'll do some saws. Tee out the arms, shoulders hug onto your back, so we're strong in the core. Breath in, and exhale, you're going to saw off your right toes. Just reach fingertips and then twist and let them just graze the top of your toes back up. So this can be nice upper body work as well, activating your tricep as you reach your arm behind you. Now notice if you're reaching and pulling your sit bones off the floor, if your hips coming with you, okay? So readjust, maybe bring the legs a little bit closer. We want to focus on the twist, just sawing off the toes. Last few, so I'm already starting to feel some heat, some warmth. 2, and 1. Tee out arms, bring them in front of you, bring your legs in front of you, pump the arms up and down. A few more breaths. This is a good heart opener. Open the arms out wide, and then we clap a few times. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse tabletop, palms down, bend the knees, Lift your hips. Quads are active. Open, open, open. Breathe, breathe, breathe. So good. Take a cross-legged position, simple pose, Sukhasana. Fingertips on your shoulders, and then we just oscillate side to side. Some twists, twists. Feeling some nice spinal adjustments happening naturally with this movement. So we've done some stretching on the side bodies. We're going to do a little bit more, and then we'll get into down dog in just a moment. Flow, center, slow down your twist, pause. Good. Janusasana, extend your left leg or right leg long, whichever side you want to start on, sole of other foot to the inside. Okay. So whatever leg is extended, that's the side we're going to move into. So same arm's going to rest. Forearm rest to the inside of your extended leg. I like to hook the hand underneath my calf just to help ground a little bit more. A little bend of the knee. Reach your opposite arm up and over your head. Turn your heart up towards the ceiling. And now we're working in opposition. So anchor your seated hip, opposite seated hip down into the mat. And work in this twist. We're continuing to pull the chest up towards the ceiling. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Nice stretch in the side hip, the obliques, little QL. And then we're going to add some pulses. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up. Change sides. Arm rest to the inside of your front leg, maybe palm underneath your calf. Okay. This feels like it's just too much. It's okay to just rest your arm on top. Make this accessible for your body. Opposite arm up and over. Now first let's work on our twist. We're turning our heart up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Pull your extended arm, shoulder of your extended arm onto your back. Anchor down through your rooted hip. Stretch and breathe. And suddenly you realize how much more space you can move into. We get locked into moving our body the same habitual ways. And let's pulse for 10. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise back up. Woo, I'm feeling the side body opening for sure. Cross your legs. Take a moment. Deep breath in. Big exhale. Let's roll over our knees and come to tabletop. Take a moment here with a couple cat-cows. Starting to build into some heat. Maybe a little sweat. Maybe a lot of sweat. All right, from your tabletop, palms right directly underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes into the mat. Lift your knees just an inch or two. Now really focus here on tucking your tail. Pull your belly up and in. Push into your fingertip pads. Chin towards your chest, round, round, round. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower your knees. Lower the belly. Open up. Counter that movement. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Stretch out your down dog for a few moments. So our foundation for our practice is definitely core. Really thinking about all of your movement coming from your center. This is your connection to strength and discipline, balancing the ego, total transformation. Could be a lot of things happening or one big evolution. From our downward facing dog, let's come into plank pose. And then roll your heels towards the left. So your right toes, right foot is stacked in front of your left. Side plank supported, so don't stack the ankles. Let your legs be staggered here. Breathe, reach, stretch, open up. Keep your feet as they are and shift into a variation of downward facing dog. Come back to your plank, lift up onto your toes. Now we drop our heels over to the right. Legs are staggered. Supported side plank, shoulders on the back. Breathe. Lower your palm. Shift your hips up and back. Keep your feet as they are. Variation of down dog. Back into our plank pose. back to your toes, lift your heels. Pause here in our plank. Now let's really harness that energy. Harness the energy of the sun that's in your body, in your third chakra. All right, from our plank pose, let's pulse a little bit. So lift your right heel, right leg slightly, and then knee to elbow or tricep. Tap for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold there, lift, 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 lift. Three-leg dog. Bring your leg with you. Three-legged downward facing dog. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Go ahead and flip your dog. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Exhale. You're gonna kick out to the side for a fallen triangle. You can either just bring your knee towards your left elbow or go ahead and extend the right leg. Open yourself up. Breathe for 3. Lift your hips higher, 2. And 1. Back to plank pose. Let's do the other side here. Lift your left heel, left leg. Knee to elbow, tricep, pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Three-leg dog, push back. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Stay here, feels so good, or flip your dog. Opening up, breathing. Fallen triangle, flip around. You can pulse knee to tricep or extend your leg. Open up and breathe. That's what it's all about. When we are starting to open to the sun, catch your breath. Back to our plank pose. Pause here. Breathe for 3, 2. Lower knees, lower chest. Let's do a little spine strengthening. Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Deflate the body, all the breath comes out. Ha. Inhale, just a little bit here. Exhale, melt. 2 more. Roll up. Release. 1 more, we're gonna build. So you can either just float here in your Cobra for a few breaths, or reach behind you, bend your knees, grab onto your ankles. We'll come into a floor bow. Breathing as you're starting to slowly build. We stretch and then we strengthen. And from floor bow or from your variation of Cobra, let's all start to reach the arms and the legs really big. Tee out the arms, V-shape the legs. Big, big, big. 3, lots of breath. 2, and 1. Palms down, push back. There it is, child's pose, coming to you. So we're already really centered. When we tap into core first, it helps us to create a more amplified focus and intention. So I'd like you to think about intention for your practice today. We've burned away some congestion. We've opened up the fire lines. What can you breathe into? Maybe it's about purification of the soul, of the body. This is a great time to twist away what no longer serves. It's a great time to also focus on what you need to be attracted to. Fire is very attractive. Great time of year to start setting goals. From your child's pose, take 1 more breath in. Biggest exhale, ha. Reach your fingertips forward, start to crawl them so that it pulls your hips off your heels. Elbows down towards the mat. Walk your knees in just a little bit, tuck your toes. So kind of like a turbo power dolphin, if you will. Bend the knees, tuck tailbone. Thighs towards your chest, push into your forearms. And then from here, push into downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, breathe in. Breathe out, ha. Let's bring right leg up and back on your inhale. Exhale, knee towards your nose. Hold the thigh up and in. Step heel to toe, low lunge. Rise up to crescent, breath in. And then real quick, cactus arms, bend and tap back knee towards the floor. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane fly. Take a deep breath in, finding balance. Enjoy this moment of focus. You're going to take your left knee with you, bend the knee. Here, I'll step back a little bit, bend your knee. Bring hands to hips if you'd like. Having difficulty balancing this morning. Here we go. Now, use your core. You're pulling your knee in towards your chest. Rise up. One leg mountain pose. Exhale, figure four, ankle crosses. Sit back. Take a moment for a few breaths here. Back to one leg mountain, inhale. Go ahead and lower Tadasana, mountain pose, toes together. Reach up, breath in. Maybe a back bend or a shoulder shrug. Exhale, ha. Inhale, reach high. Open up, arms wide, swan dive, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, length, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Let's get a chaturanga in, mid plank. Up dog, breath is with you. Downward facing dog. Left leg up and back, inhale. Pulling knee towards your nose as you exhale, upper body so strong. Pull thigh up and in, breath in. Exhale, step low lunge with control. Rise into your crescent. Right away, cactus arms, elbows, tap back knee to the floor. Reach up back to crescent lunge. Inhale, focus your gaze. Take flight as you exhale, Dakasana. So be here for a few moments. Root left toe mound into the earth. Spiral inner, back inner left thigh, right thigh. We start to bend the right knee, heel towards your glute. Strong in the core. Take it with you as you rise up, one leg mountain pose. Step back a little bit, breathing in. Exhale, figure four. Enjoy how good it feels to be in your practice. Might be a good time for us to have a little letting go ceremony of what was our practice before COVID and embrace the transformation of what it is now. Rise back up, one leg mountain, inhale. Exhale, step the toes to touch. Breathing in. Back bend, open heart, breathe out. Ha. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Relax head and neck on the way down. Take a halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, we step back. Alternate your legs when you step back. Vinyasa through. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lift the heels. Hover the knees an inch or two. Hover your elbows. Now, tuck your tail. Pull your belly button up and in. Breathe. 3, 2. Use that leverage. Hop, top of the mat. Forward fold. Chair pose, Uttanasana, sit low. Bend your knees. Reach up. Let's add some twists here. Breath in. Vertical twist right, breath out. Inhale, center. To your left, exhale. Inhale, chair pose, sit really deep and back. Airplane torso, exhale. All the way up to mountain pose, breath in. Exhale, let's cross palms to opposite elbows, breath out. Step your feet a little bit wider apart and let's find some sunflowers. So starting to circle right or left side, drop down all the way up and around. We'll do 2 on each side. Think about the intention of the movement, coming from right at your navel and then moving through your whole body. Take a moment, reach up back to mountain pose after you finish your sunflowers. And then exhale, ha. So I call these Maui movements. So you inhale to mountain. You're gonna bend your knees just a little bit and then wash your arms down. Just whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. 3, whoosh. 2, feels so good. Let something go. Shake it off. 1, rise up, mountain. Exhale, back bend, shoulder shrug. Feel the energy of the sun. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Continue to move. Breathing in, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, vinyasa through downward facing dog. Let's take a moment breathing in and breathe out. Right leg up and back on your inhale. Exhale, same thing, knee starts to pull towards your nose. So strong as you take one more breath in, pull thigh up and in. Exhale, heel and toes, land low lunge. Good. Back heels down. We're gonna move right into reverse warrior, all the way up. Exhale, extended side angle. We're ready to go right into a flow. Warrior 2 is the inhale. Exhale down to the mat. Let's add on either side lunge or Bhujangasana. Step back, maybe Ekapada. Keep your leg lifted. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog, relax head and neck. Inhale, left leg up and back. Knee towards nose, pull your thigh up and in. Stay, breath in. Exhale, step. Back heel down, we're opening up right into reverse warrior. Big inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Warrior 2, pause, breath in. Exhale down to the mat, side lunge or side plank, your choice. Breathe in. Come back to center, vinyasa through. Inhale. Exhale. We're gonna build on that. Right leg up and back, inhale. Knee towards your nose. Pause, breath in. Use your core, step through. Open up, reverse warrior. Exhale, extend. Warrior 2. Exhale, here's where we're gonna add on pause. So take your side lunge or your side plank, breathe into it. Side plank, you're gonna meet us back in a lunge with your right foot forward. Frame your front foot, bring your back knee down to the mat. Inhale, rise up, crescent moon. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana, stretch. We'll flow that 2 more times. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, stretch back. 1 more inhale. Exhale, stretch back. We're gonna go in for a twist here. Rise back up to your crescent moon. Exhale, hands heart. Breathe in. Revolving crescent moon to the right. All right, so we're in our crescent moon twist. Hands working towards your heart. Feel that same beautiful slow transition like you did in your seated twist. And then from here, you can tuck your back toes, lift your knee. Maybe deepen the twist. 2 more breaths. You can always keep your knee down. 1 more breath. Big exhale. Shh. Back knee lowers if it was lifted. Return to reframing your front foot. Let's shorten our stance for a pyramid stretch. Take a moment. Right thumb to right hip crease, create some space. Halfway lift to breathe in and fold. Left fingertips tent into the mat or like a little suction cup. Inhale, right arm up. So we're moving into a revolve triangle, pyramid twist. And then we pulse down, up, down, up, down, up, release. Prasarita, pivot to the side of your mat. Relax your head and neck. All right, so here at this point, it could be arm balance inversion time for you, all right? First set, we'll have a little more time for exploration, so head on in. I'm gonna just enjoy being in a forward fold today, giving the hamstrings a little more stretch, low back a little rest. So a couple breaths here to explore and play, harnessing the energy of the sun that you're feeling just illuminate through your body, that heat, the discipline, the strength. Go about 5 more breaths wherever you are. Those of you staying in Prasarita, if you want to add in a little twist, right palm down, left arm up, change sides. Yogis, let's come back together in our Prasarita. Relax your head and your neck. We'll crawl forward to a low lunge. Step your feet together, halfway lift, breath in. Deep forward fold, breath out. Finishing our twist series, chair pose, Utkatasana, inhale. Now you have a choice. You can go into crow instead or prayer twist with a side crow option. So lifting your heels, starting to lower your hips towards your heels. Palms plant to the side of your mat, kind of like a chaturanga upper body. And then stack your knees on top of your tricep. Woo. My wrist is not really loving the work that we're doing today. Twisting, crow pose, side crow, 3, 2, forward fold, or tuck and curl. From our tuck and curl, forward fold, high plank, just step back, high plank, take a moment, pause here, hold your high plank, breathe. Reinvoke your core center. Let's get the other side up and back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, knee towards your nose, pause, pull your thigh up and in, breath in. Exhale, step through. Opening up right into reverse warrior, so good. Exhale, extended side. Warrior 2, breath in, focus. Exhale, side lunge, twist, or side plank. Take a few moments to breathe. Enjoy this opening. We come back to framing your front foot, low lunge. Back knee down, crescent moon, inhale, lift, stretch, breathe. Exhale, hips back, arms back, Ardha Hanuman. You don't have to airplane the torso. If that doesn't feel good for your back knee, you can reach up, and then you can just bring your hands to the mat and shift hip back. One more time, rise up. Exhale, airplane back. Coming into our crescent moon one more time, breath in. Let's get the twist, exhale, hands, heart. Leaning forward and hooking into the twist on your left. So feel that same intentional movement as the seated twist. You have elbow hooked outside thigh, palms plant or placed towards the heart, shoulders on the back, chin in line with your chest. So don't look up just because I want to focus on this twist staying in the center today. You can bring your back knee off the mat if you did so on the other side, and that might deepen your twist, challenge your balance. Back knee lowers, release your twist, reframe your face, shorten your stance, pyramid pose, pyramid stretch. Left thumb to left hip crease. Take a breath in, lengthen, fold over your leg. Let's do our little pulse twist, so right hand down, inhale, left arm up. Exhale, touch the mat, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, one more. Exhale. Take a moment, breathe. Prasarita Padottanasana on the other side. Just 3 breaths here, yogis. So enjoy being upside down here. Halfway lift. Crawl forward, low lunge. Step left foot to meet the right. Take a halfway lift, breath in. Full breath out. Sit low, reach high. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to heart. Where do you want to go? Crow pose, prayer twist, side crow. Side crows, if you're working with me, lift the heels, squeeze the ankles together. Slowly lower your hips towards your heels. You could stay here, right? Just a variation of getting yourself closer to the floor. Chaturanga upper body as you stack your legs on top of your tricep. Down and breathe. Whew. Couple more breaths. And let's release to a nice deep forward fold. Heels down, hands to the back of your legs. Pull your chest towards your thighs. Your belly to your thighs, your chest towards your knees or shins. Breathing in, breathing out. Take a halfway lift. Feel the reset here, shoulders pull back. And exhale, tuck and curl. Go ahead and sit onto your booty, roll onto your back, give yourself a little rock and roll here. And now we're ready for bridge pose. If you would prefer wheel, start to head in. If you have a block, want to do restorative bridge. So we started off the practice that we could meet here again. Palms down, arms down, feet down. Start by tucking tail, And lifting thighs, chest towards the sky. Interlace hands underneath you if you'd like, create a fist, and then you can slide shoulders underneath your chest. From here, start to explore. Getting closer to the sun, big open mouth exhales. Stay as long as you'd like. Release to Supta Baddha Konasana when you're ready. Or Fallen Bridge. So knees can drop in, feet out, or Supta Baddha. If you have low back challenges, it might feel better to just keep your knees bent or even bring your knees into your chest. Close your eyes. Come back in. Taking time. Come back into intention. Come back into your focus. Did some beautiful twisting today. Let's just start to soothe ourselves. Legs up the wall. And then a low back reset. Eagle your legs, right or left leg. Well, let's stay together on the same side because I will definitely get confused. So let's bring right leg over and we eagle our legs. Okay. And then your knees are going to fall to the right. So your right leg sort of becomes a weight, like a paperweight on top of your left. Left arm up and over, palm faces the sky. And then we'll change the twist to the other side. So recenter and let your knees fall to the left. And we change right arm up and over. Come to center and we change. So eagle, left leg over. Let's have the knees fall to the left first. And then right arm up and over. Remember, you're here to catch your breath, so let it be big and bold. Center. Shift, knees over to the right. Change your arms, right arm down, left arm up and over. And then release your twists. Come to center. Hug everything into a tiny little ball. And we're actually going to surrender in a seated pose today. So enjoy your ball. And then we'll roll to the right, energy of the sun. Lift yourself up and come to Sukhasana, seated pose. Because we started in Pentacle, we took some time to be really centered and focused. So here we're going to arrive into this space of seated. And a seated focus is an opportunity to meditate, to catch your breath, to pull yourself back into yourself. So we'll just enjoy a few moments here. And I'll guide you out when it's time. And I want you to start to notice the balance that's occurring right now. There's an ebb and flow, just like our practice. You've taken a seat. You've worked through the fire, and now we invite the balance, the coolness of water energy. Yogis, if you'd like to continue your meditation, maybe play with some focused poses now that your core is amped up and you've done some great twisting and 6 movements of the spine. Utilize this energy that you just harnessed. What would you like to do with it? I'll bring our practice to a close. Continue to enjoy. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to being on the mat with you very soon. Namaste.